This is Andy with QualityStocks. Today's Friday, December 3rd, 2010. Today we're going to take a look at GIGM Media. This is a NASDAQ Global Market stock trading under ticker GIGM. This had a very nice look to it coming through here. Moving averages all pulling together. MACD trending right towards zero. Good base had set up around that $1.90. I don't know if this was news driven or anything like that, but something happened. It fell through, and when it fell through hard. Came all the way back down here to $1.40. Pretty nice candle pattern it's had this week, so we're going to take a look and see if we're going to get any hints of possible continuation. Getting the MACD histogram trending back towards zero. Still in a downtrend in the MACD, but this is a pretty good reversal look to it. Perhaps we're going to see this start to trend back to the north side now, but the bullish cross is a good sign. Same way with the PPO. Classic kind of reversal setup with the ADX that has a nice look to it. Well, I don't know if this was news driven or what, but this had a very nice look through here. MACD trending up, PPO trending up. ADX got down pretty low, showing that a trend reversal was probably going to happen. MFI basically trading over that 50 range. I don't know if that was news driven that made that fall apart, but that chart was in a pretty nice position. Anyway, at this point, MFIs are still in a pretty decent position. Seeing that 14 come off the bottom at this point, not too far apart from each other, all pointing north. Getting a little bit of reversal now in the accumulation distribution. We're going to have to look for things at this point of trend lines being broken, some higher highs. We're going to have to start trying to find an uptrend. This could be very early in a reversal. Indicators are giving hints of possible reversal, but when we get back to the candles, we'll have to try and find some definitive support and resistance areas. Uptrend with the shaking money flow at this point, looking pretty good. Selling pressure is still dominant, but some buying pressure is obviously coming in. Nice look as well to the CCI, holding over negative 100. Full stow, we're going to look for it to break that little downtrend that it's in. Coming back out of 20 is the very early sign of any momentum coming into the stock, and the tricks looks like it's going to try and flatten out at this point. So the indicators are still very early in a possible reversal. Again, these three candles right there has the look of a morning star. RSIs have got moving with these last couple of days of uptrend. It's moved about 10% in the last 2 days. So it's got the 7, 14, and 21 all moving to the north side. See that 7 just now poking through 50. What's going to be important for this is these two, same as always, 14 and 21, are going to have to break through 50 if this is going to develop some true momentum. But again, as far as an early move, they're positioned pretty nice. Nice 3-day pattern. It's going to have to start by getting through that 20-day. Not too much price per share resistance right there to combine that 20-day moving average with. I'd look for a little bit more price per share resistance right up here around this $1.61 area. Tried to hold that as support when it made this initial fall. Came back down, tried to hold it again right there for a day, couldn't. So I'd look for that to be a little bit more substantial price per share resistance. 20-day moving average is at $1.56, so they're pretty close together. So that area might be a little bit tough on this price. I'd look for a little bit more volume. 367,000 shares is still plenty of liquidity to get in and out. It closed at $1.52. And that does keep us at a 10% stop loss area because I'd really look for this to hold a bottom support at $1.40. And I'd really have my eyes open if it couldn't hold that area right there around $1.46. Because that was a little bit of support. It was a little bit of resistance. Yesterday it climbed above it. So it depends on traders' tolerances. I would think it should get some support right there. Absolute bottom support is about 9% away at $1.40. I wouldn't look for it to hold that $1.37. I would not hold out for that far to go. If it broke through $1.40 and it didn't pull immediately back up, I'd be pretty concerned this is going to continue to fall apart and drop lower. Relatively even risk reward, so to speak, because that upside is only about 8-9% away until it meets that first resistance. Then it'll meet some more right up there around $1.70. A little bit of support right in through there. Of course, if it wants to move up, what you really want to see is it make a new high. You want to see it push through this $1.80 area. Of course, here comes the big dog resistance as far as the 50-day moving average at $1.77. Now, at that point, you're talking about a little bit more substantial gains. You're getting closer to 20%. I wouldn't really look for that tomorrow. That wouldn't be the kind of thing I'd be shooting for. I'd be looking for this to start to trend off the bottom and show that this is indeed a true bottom play. And I'd look for these MACDs start trying to make some higher lows, start to trend back the other direction. This is a very early stage of a possible bottom. So with every chart, caution is always exercised to use stop losses and minimize risks. And with GIGM, it's absolutely no different. So this will be on my watch list today to see if it can hold a $1.47, $1.46 area. Make a move to the north side, make a parabolic SAR flip, which will come all the way down to $1.37. But it will start trickling right back up right away. I'd look for this to try and start to create a little bit of oscillation, a little bit of uptrend, making some higher lows at this point. And we'll see if this chart can play out. As always, this is merely my interpretation of the GIGM chart. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you for watching and trade smart.